What's up, witches? Welcome back to my channel. I am Allie Kravitz, aka the Bronx Witch, and I am here to tell you everything you need to know about this year's Staycation retreat. So, first of all, what is the Staycation? The Staycation is the annual retreat that I offer for spiritual practitioners. It is our opportunity to get away, connect with each other in nature, be in community with one another, and level up our spiritual practices and spiritual businesses. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing more updates about the retreat. And importantly, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the different sponsors that are making this weekend happen. So I want to give an early shout out to Heineken Non-Alcoholic, which has already come on board to provide us with cases and cases of their non-alcoholic beer. The Staycation Retreat is a sober event. There is no alcohol or narcotics for the entire weekend. And I really want to thank Heineken for making it possible for us to enjoy some adult beverages while staying in alignment with our commitment to sobriety. So, what do you need to know about the Staycation? Why don't we start with the basics, the who, what, when, where, why? This year, 2025, is the third annual Staycation. It's going to be taking place from November 7th through November 9th, 2025. It always takes place on a weekend somewhere around Halloween. This year, I've chosen to make sure that it overlaps with the full moon because it overlapped with the full moon on our first year and it was such a beautiful experience. I wanted us to have that again. The Staycation takes place in an incredible house. It's over 130 years old. It can house 20 people. There's 9 bedrooms, more bathrooms than I can count. Over an acre of property, a beautiful medicinal herb garden, a sweat lodge that's still used to this day by local indigenous groups for their spiritual ceremonies. It is just an incredible location. It is hidden away in nature right on the water. The exact address I can't share with you because I am the house mother and everyone's privacy and safety are my primary responsibilities. So I only share the actual address and the travel instructions on how to get there with our registered guests. But what I can tell the rest of you is that it's only about a 30-minute drive from our location at Witchwork here in the South Bronx. Getting to the house is super easy because as a part of your all-inclusive registration fee, you are provided with ground transportation from Witchwork up to the location. But of course, if you would rather drive yourself, Uber, or take some other form of public transportation, you'll be able to do that too. Registered guests get all the information they need to make their travel arrangements. And when I say all-inclusive, I mean all-inclusive. So transportation to the house, all of the workshops and activities, and all of your meals are provided within your registration fee. There are no additional costs during the weekend. So, what can you expect from the Staycation experience? So, before I tell you what to expect from the Staycation experience, I want to tell you a little bit about why I started hosting this retreat to begin with. There are so many witchy conferences, festivals, and fairs, and I do my best to get to as many of them as possible. But one thing that I've noticed about most of them is while there's plenty of opportunities to shop and, interact with people, there isn't necessarily the best environment for building genuine friendships. And that is something that I think every witch, especially the working ones, need to do. We need to have community. We need to have peers, friends, and folks that get us because we're often the only ones in our friends, our families, our neighborhoods that understand our worldview and what we're all about. And building genuine relationships with other spiritual practitioners has been transformative for me in my life. So I wanted to try to create an environment where that could happen for you. Making connections with other spiritual practitioners has been completely transformative in my personal life and in my business. And I wanted to create a space where that would be possible for you. So the idea behind the Staycation is an opportunity for you to connect with yourself, connect with nature, and connect with other witches just like you. So what can you expect from the Staycation weekend? Let's start off with your arrival on Friday. On Friday, you are picked up at Witchwork and brought to the house, or you travel to the house on your own. Check-in is at 4 o'clock. And once you've been shown to your bedroom, you will then get to enjoy a property tour where you'll be shown around the location so you know where everything is and you feel right at home right away. Then we'll have our first communal dinner, which will be a chef prepared dinner that is made just for us. And you'll get an opportunity to share any dietary restrictions that you have when you register for the event. So the meal will be curated just for you. After dinner, we'll have our first activity, and I am so looking forward to this. Fox Martinez, the founder of Kitsune Wellness, is also a BetterWitch client and a bunker member. And she also happens to be my massage therapist. She is a licensed massage and sports therapist. She's incredibly experienced with what she does, and she is good. And there is something really magical about getting your massage from a fellow witch. She makes all of her own massage oils and body butters, and she understands how energy is a part of the question of your physical body. Me a year ago, before I started going to her, versus me now are two completely different witches. And I can't wait for you all to get to experience what it's like to get a massage from her. So Friday night is massages. Saturday, we're up early for breakfast, and then we're into a full day of workshops that are designed to help you level up. Whether you're leveling up as a spiritual practitioner or as a spiritual entrepreneur, you are going to find these workshops incredibly fulfilling. Starting off with our 10 a.m. workshop, we are going to be led on an astral projection experience hosted by Eva Gypsy Love, who is a practitioner of African traditional religions, specifically Congo Palamayombe, of the last 27 years. She hails from the Dominican Republic, and she has an incredible wealth of knowledge and experience when it comes to Afro-Indigenous practices. I cannot wait for this. I have done hypnosis before. I have never astral projected. And Eva is going to be astral projecting each of us into the water around the house so that we can meet Yemaya and receive the blessings and messages that she has for us. I cannot wait to have this experience. Talk about a way to start a day. After that, we have lunch, which will be provided for us. And then we've got an afternoon of 2 more workshops, starting off with Unmasking Imposter Syndrome, which will be led by licensed therapist Jennifer Ochiaga. Jen is the founder of Mind Matter Mantra, and I had the pleasure of taking her imposter syndrome presentation when she gave it at one of our networking mixers at Witchwork. And I genuinely didn't think that I really needed that workshop. I was like, yeah, imposter syndrome, everybody struggles with that. I don't really know what that's about, but for anybody else, this is going to be helpful. And I was blown away because Jen helped me to learn that there are actual different types of imposter syndrome. And I definitely had a couple that I didn't realize. More importantly than just identifying the different types, she showed us what the underlying fears are with each of them so that we can work on healing and overcoming those blockages to being seen and being the face of our purpose and our calling. Powerful stuff. After Jen, we have our final workshop, which is led by moi. I am going to be offering my Divine Guidance Workshop, which is a workshop that I've created to help you to go into deep meditation to meet one of your spirit guides. Now, I cater this workshop to my audience every time I teach it. And so because the STAYcation is for my spiritual practitioners and entrepreneurs, we are specifically asking for the spirit guide that is here to help you with your business, your career, and finance to step forward and make a connection with you. So if you've never connected with a spirit guide before, this is going to be incredibly powerful because what a great one to start off with. And if you've already done spirit guide work and have a relationship with some of them, then you'll be able to call your guides forward to give you additional guidance, or perhaps you'll meet a new one during the experience. After the workshops, we will have another fantastic dinner provided for us, and then we get to spend the evening under the full moon. We did this during the first STAYcation, and the moon rises right above the water in front of the property. And it was the most beautiful experience. I wanted us to have that again this year. So Saturday night, we are going to have a dumb supper where we honor the ancestors. If you don't know what a dumb supper is, it's a specific type of spiritual dinner that is designed to venerate your ancestors and allow them to communicate with us. And we'll be doing that under the full moon. And I can't wait for that experience. Oh, and before I get into the details of Sunday, I want to share with you something really, really, really special for Saturday that is brand new this year. For those of you that are not able to stay with us for the entire weekend, you can now take advantage of the Saturday Day Pass. Yes, there is now a day pass option. So you can come up to the location on Saturday and enjoy all of our personal development workshops, enjoy our catered lunch, and get your hands on one of our sponsored swag bags. It's going to be an incredible experience, and it's perfect for anyone that can't get away for the whole weekend for whatever reason, right? You can't get away from the kids for 3 days, or you've got to work on Sunday or something like that. Whatever the reason, if you want to take advantage of the workshops, lunch, connecting in nature, connecting with this community, and taking advantage of all the incredible goodies that we're going to be sharing with you, definitely take advantage of the new day pass option. Okay, now Sunday. Sunday morning, we get up again for breakfast, and we end with a really powerful releasing and cleansing ceremony. And this ceremony is such an important part of the weekend because I have curated this weekend to genuinely shift something in you. You will not be the same person when you leave that you were when you came. And that is intentional, it's designed that way. And so we mark that shift and we commemorate that moment with a very powerful releasing ceremony that's going to allow you to leave behind in the waters anything that you want to wash away, anything that is blocking you, anything that is limiting your growth as a healer, a reader, a mystic, and return back to your communities, your neighborhoods, your family, and your friends as the new version of yourself. That ceremony is super powerful. And then after that, we start packing up and tidying up and getting ourselves ready. Ground transportation picks up everyone at the house at 1 p.m. to bring them to Witchwork if you're taking advantage of the ground transportation option. So you're back home in time to decompress and get ready for your work week. It's really a fantastic experience with tons of growth packed into a relatively short period of time. So now that you have all the details about the weekend, what do you need to do next? First of all, I want you to know that right now I'm posting this video in mid-July. We still have a few months until the staycation happens, but there are some important deadlines and dates I want you to know about. First of all, right now is the early bird pricing period, which means if you apply and get approved, you are going to get the absolute lowest price ever. So I encourage you to take advantage of that. The early bird pricing period ends on August 6th, and you need to have your application submitted and approved by then. Oh, side note, I don't think I mentioned the application process. There's an application process. As I mentioned earlier, as the house mother, it's my responsibility to make sure that everyone is comfortable and everyone is safe. And so I actually reach out to everyone who applies by email or by phone, and I have a conversation with you to get to know you a little better before making the decision to allow you to join us. Once you've been approved, you will be sent your contract and invoice so you can make your deposit and secure your spot. And I just do this because I just feel like that's important. It's important to know that until you have submitted your deposit, your spot is not secured in the house. So make sure you read through your email carefully and submit your deposit by the deadline included in your email. After the early bird period is over, you'll still be able to apply to join us. You'll have up until September 23rd. That's the absolute end of the registration window. But you're definitely going to want to get your application in before then so that you're approved and your spot is secured. It's also important to know that your deposit is non-refundable. but we totally understand if things come up and you need to cancel, you're not able to join us anymore. Any payments made beyond your deposit are fully refundable in the event of cancellation. Remember that date, September 23rd. That is the absolute last day to apply to join us. For those of you that are coming up on Saturday with a day pass ticket, you'll have a few more weeks to get your tickets in. So here's what I want you to do right now. Even if you don't know if you're coming, even if you don't know if you can make it, even if you're not sure if this is right for you, I want you to join the mailing list. Okay? Please do not trust the algorithm to show you what you need to know when you need to know it. If you are even remotely interested in the staycation weekend, there's a link down in the description below to get on the mailing list so that you are notified of any updates and you're reminded about upcoming and important deadlines and dates. So, witches, I think that's it. I think I've covered everything I can think of to share with you about the staycation retreat. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. I'll definitely get back to you. And if you want to see everything in writing, if you want to see pictures and videos, recaps of our previous years, if you want to hear from the witches who have attended before, then you're gonna want to go to the retreat website, which is also linked down below. All right, witches, I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't really want to leave the park, but the sun's going down and it's that time. And yeah, we have plenty of time to hang out together in nature at the retreat. So I definitely hope to see all of you there. All right, witches, see you in the next one. Blessed be.